Methods, designing of the OT, efficiency, human element, and equipment. So I'll be just touching upon the 2 points like designing of the OT and equipment part. So this is a standard OT layout. We should know very well that the entry for the patient and the OT staff or surgeon should be completely separate. Modular operation theater is not a mandatory requirement, though these guidelines are desirable under all, guidelines are desirable under all programs, but these are not mandatory for implementing a pre-entry level certification standard. Now, as per the NABH guidelines, ophthalmic OTs fall in the category of type B. The air changes recommended per hour are 20 with involving 4 fresh air changes. Air velocity should be 25 to 35 feet per minute and it should be unidirectional and downward towards the OT table. The minimum positive pressure recommended is 2.5 pascals and the air handling unit, which is an air purification unit, and it is also an air filtration unit. It must have 2 sets of washable flange type filters. Now, temperature and humidity again are very important. The temperature should be maintained at 21 plus minus 3 degrees Celsius inside the OT at all times, and relative humidity between 20 to 60%. And remember, we should have appropriate devices to monitor and display these conditions inside the OT. Now, there is no size restriction of OR in case of remodeling, but then there should be sufficient space for the movement of the staff and enough for the movement. OT should be placed in upper floors of the building. It should not be facing busy roads, usually cut off from the human traffic. Dedicated AHU should be there for one single OT. That means there should not be share between the 2 OTs. Window or split ACs are not recommended in the OR, and the flooring should be preferably anti-static vinyl flooring. The wall should be porous, non-porous, hard with minimal joints. There shouldn't be any sharp curves. Prefer to paint with milder tones, and inbuilt electrical fittings are recommended. That is, avoid hanging wires in the OR. Now, for old constructions and for retrofitting, where space is a constraint, ceiling suspended AHU is permitted, where there is accessibility for maintenance of filters and other parts of the AHU. Now, other points which should be emphasized, which are the causes for post-op infection, they are the normal flora, instruments, hand, solutions, linen. So these are also important, not only the OT. Now, OR protocols should be strict and stringent, like clean room environment in OR, disinfection of instruments and equipments, personal hygiene, and avoid maximum number of people in the OT during the theater moving. Now, discipline at every step in OR is important. Coming to the sterilization, proper packing, loading is recommended. Package should be properly dated, name of the package, load number. Then we should know that if the package has been autoclaved, after 48 hours, it needs re-autoclaving if it has not been used. Then reject the instruments which have showing poor cleaning, debris or deposits, and reject the fluids with particles. These are the indicators which we use for the testing the efficacy of autoclaves. Now, biomedical waste segregation is again a very important thing, and which has also been emphasized in the NABH guidelines for OR. Now, systematic surveillance is very important if we want to avoid any untoward events in the OR. And we need to monitor if our protocols are being properly followed or not. Do not take anything for granted, and documentation is the backbone for this. For this, microbiological surveillances are very important. It should be done before the initiation of a new OR, or you have renovated your OR. It should be done when there is an outbreak of post-operative infection. It's also useful for doing it, because for legal purposes, and generally we do once a month. Now, microbiological surveillance of air. This is also very important. What we can do is we can keep the blood agar, Savarod and dextror agar plates on the OR table exposed for 30 minutes, then close and seal and send it for the microbiological testing. For samples to be taken, they should be from the OT table, microscope handles, instrument trolley, AC ducts, autoclave, and the water which we are using for scrub. Now, these are other surveillance forms which we can make for our own hospitals. These are actually sort of internal audits to keep a check that how your OT protocols are being properly followed or not. Now, coming to the instruments getting ready for surgery. This is a very small video to show how the instrument should be properly packed and used before OT. After completing the case, we should keep the instruments back, and then we have to transfer the soil instruments to the hatch box. This is the operating room side of the hatch box, taking out from the non-sterile corridor, and then we have to clean them. And we use the aseptic solutions for cleaning these instruments. Brushes can be used to properly clean the instrument. These steps are very important. Each and every step of cleaning, packing, autoclaving is very important if we want to prevent any untoward event. Now, these are cleaned in running water once, and then they are transferred to the CSST, where they are cleaned in distilled water. After cleaning, they are properly dried. We can use even hair dryers to dry these instruments. After this comes packing. The packing of the instrument is done, and then we keep a chemical indicator in our pack and then properly fold. These folding and these type of packing is again very important, and we have to make an internal audit to see all these things also, whether these are being done properly or not. So properly labeled, and then they are being kept into the autoclave. And the timer is set. So after the autoclaving, the important thing which I want to emphasize is the autoclave register. This is very important. Every detail should be mentioned in this register, because we cannot trace anything if anything goes wrong if it is not being documented. So this is a very important thing. After the autoclaving is done, we take out the instruments back. And then the instruments are being, this packed has been transferred to the OR for their use. So the take-home message is, everything should be documented properly. Documentation is the backbone. OT protocol should be strictly followed to prevent any untoward event. Thank you.